You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Are you excited to watch ShoWTimE versus Neeb?
No, not really.
Okay.
Okay, a bit. Maybe not on light shade.
Maybe not on light shade. What's wrong with light shade?
Bad map.
Then, huh? Alright. If you say so, I'll believe you. We kind of need the hype, even if you're not truly hyped. You know, you're a caster now, MaxPax. You gotta pretend for the people a little bit.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Alright, I'll do the introductions. In the bottom right, spawning as the Blue Brothers player, playing for Team BIG, Berlin International Gaming. It was going to be ShoWTimE. And in the top left, spawning as the Red Toss, playing for Ting. It is Neeblet, Neebster, the legend from 2017, where he won 3 WCS tournaments. Did you watch StarCraft back in the day, MaxPax, in 2017?
Yeah, I did.
Impressed by Neeb, or?
I mean, I actually don't remember any of the players back in the day when I watched. I remember when I first started playing StarCraft 2 in 2012. I was watching a lot of innovation play. I started playing Theron, so I watched a lot of innovation.
Okay. And that was it? No Protoss?
Yeah.
When did you swap
No
the toss,
Protoss.
actually?
When I found out I couldn't beat Protoss with you.
Realist. I like it. Alright. If you think of light shade, why don't you like the map? Just in general or just in PvP?
Just in PvP and maybe also in PvC. It's just a okay. Like in PvP, it's just a very aggressive map. Like it's just they build up an army and they attack each other, and the game ends like that. You do go for a +2 timing.
Isn't that your playstyle a lot of the time, though, to just kind of attack?
Oh, that's not a playstyle. I'm a macro player.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we have different perceptions of what macro is.
Like the way I play is just I poke, I harass. I don't really commit to an attack. I just try to test the water.
That's true. That's true. ShoWTimE faking that he went for a 4th unit here. He also faked the Zealot initially, but didn't quite work
so
out.
he could get his warp gate faster. I assume.
There's a pretty fast Twilight Council here. This is something that Zaun was doing a lot, where he opens Sentry Stalker, and then before the 4th unit, he gets a Twilight Council, and he also gets a battery after the Twilight Council. You proxy a gateway on the map, and you go 3 or 4 gate.
Yeah, I also saw Parting do this, where he just crone out the blink as well. You only make 1 sentry.
Yeah.
And just play very aggressive.
Yeah, and the... Ooh, it's actually Dark Strength. I also like that. I don't really mind that. It's kind of a cool opener.
It can be good.
Yeah, the problem with it is if someone opens like Twilight Robo and then you get counterattack with Blink, it can feel very rough to defend. Especially on a map like Lightshade, right?
Yeah, white. Of course.
Nice. If you're looking at the build order, is there anyone you particularly favor?
Yeah, I'm a bit scared of Neeb right now. I think what is gonna happen is that 2 DTs walk into Neeb's base, and he's going up to a 3rd base Neeb, and he loses to a DTs. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, I'm feeling something pretty similar here. He hasn't once scouted the sides either, which is a little bit uncommon. Especially if you see no Fort Pylon, right? I mean, it's a little bit suspicious at least.
I mean, he should know now.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess not, because he just started the upgrades.
Okay, this is just gonna be a game. This is gonna be a short-lived caster career for you, MaxPax. You really did pick a great game. Yeah, the robo is not gonna be in time. Maybe he can force field, save himself if he pays attention. No, he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
GG.
GG. Well, exciting game number 1. You sure you want to stick with just one game, or you want to add a second one?
Okay, 2 games then.
2 games then? I'd love to see it. I don't want to peer pressure you into it. You know, you can stop at any time.
I mean, you are pressuring me.
I'm sorry. It's not my intention. Okay.
It is your attention.
A little bit, yeah. I do want to. It was a very short game, though. Yeah, it was. The people want more. What can I say? All right. We have 2 atmosphere. Any big thoughts on the 2000 atmosphere?
No, not really.
Nice. I think it's better than Lightshade, though. I generally like. Go ahead.
It's kind of the same map, I would say. Like, you can also all in on this map.
Come on, you have 2 ramps, 3 ramps that you can defend. Let's not push it now. No? Ramp defense is a lot easier.
No, it's impossible to defend. I mean, not impossible. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but on Lightshade it's impossible. Lightshade has ramps the size of Grand Canyon. Here there's 1 ramp the size of Grand Canyon, and it's in a relatively nice area to defend. You don't agree?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
You're allowed to disagree. It's fine.
No, I'm not gonna say against you.
No, that's the point. We need your expert analysis. Look, I'm just here to make sure that the game starts and that the game eventually comes to an end with you. We need you for the hard-hitting ones. You're the natural enemy of the guy that just won the game. Like you're the apex predator, the guy on top of the food chain when it comes to PvP in Europe. I think out of the last 10 series against ShoWTimE, you won like 9 of them.
Yeah, that's a big no. I'm no apex predator. The last 2 times I played with ShoWTimE, I got destroyed.
Yeah, but the 8 times before you won.
Nope. I lost that wheel. Well, this is quite interesting. Deep is going for the 1K expand. And ShoWTimE is gate scouting.
You play a lot of 1 gate expand, right? Or
no, I don't.
You
I
used
only
to.
play 2K.
You used to play a lot of 1 gate expand. Right?
Yeah, well, right. Okay, I still play it.
Oh, you didn't want to give away any information.
No,
It's okay. Anyway, you're a bit of an expert when it comes to the 1 gate. It's just what I wanted to say. You don't have to say what you're playing right now, but you're very good at the 1 gate. No, like, okay, I think you're very good at the 1 gate. Let me put it like that. You can't disagree with what I think. I think you're good at the 1 gate expand. So I would like to have your input on what you think are the correct responses to things. Like, right now...
I'm not going to tell the correct answer.
You're not going to tell the... Okay. Then all we need is we're just going to need a number from 1 to 10 on whether you like the response. Without telling us what the correct response is, but just indicating.
What I think... Yeah, what ShoWTimE usually does with this is that he cybercore blocks and he goes stock sentry. I was expecting this.
And then we see Sentry, and it's gonna be, I guess, Oracle. It would be really big if Neeb sees the Sentry, because then you kind of know that's gonna be defensive play. It's kind of nice.
He's gonna know now.
Nice.
And ShoWTimE has to be careful of not getting core block as well. But I think he's gonna expect it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he ain't gonna let it finish. Neep.
It's gonna be Oracle first then, right? Has to be.
Yeah, Oracle is the only choice. Unless you want to do a Void Way. Weird push out.
Yeah, slightly unlikely.
So I think this is a good position for ShoWTimE.
He's not really gonna take a lot of damage against the Oracle. He's gonna get fast Twilight Council. And eco seems relatively equal. Single Oracle.
Yeah, I think that's the best choice.
Yeah, much agreed. Free damage as well on that first shot, without having a battery in the main. That actually is kind of nice to have. It's also gonna get hallucination available, or has hallucination available, so you can even chase the Oracle if he wants to. I also think ShoWTimE just scouted the lack of a second Oracle and the fast second Twilight, so that makes defending this really comfortable. Now you don't need as many Stalkers as you'd usually want to get, so you can actually just get your Blink and your +1 going. Neep hasn't gotten anything yet, might take even more damage on that Oracle. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah, I think you should just stay defensive with the Oracles and maybe try to delay ShoWTimE's third base getting up. Like maybe making a Stasis Ward at the third base. But I don't really think you can go 2 Oracles if you saw the Stargate immediately and you start making it. And you don't have 2 gates, so you can't really do a 2 Adept, 2 Oracle push pressure.
Yeah, because that might open something. Get some chaos going. Not the case here. ShoWTimE with the forward. Natural. What do you think of that? Do you prefer line expanding usually, right?
Yeah, I prefer that.
Yeah, me too. You and I. Line expanders.
I think it gets harder to defend a third place if you do the triangle one. But you can't really get a jump into the main.
Yeah, some ups, some downs. ShoWTimE lost one too many times to Christiana jumping into the main base with Stalkers. 3 sentries in the prison.
He's 6 gate Blink Stalker.
Yep, that's a classic.
Or ropes. 2 sentries in a warp prison. I used to always lose to that. I thought it was impossible to defend.
What changed?
I don't know. Like I always get nervous versus it, even though I knew it was coming, and I was overreacted. Like I stayed on 2 bases for way too long and made mortals, even before the push happened.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I don't even really mind Neep's position too much. Yeah, you got your Oracle, can throw down some stasis. He has enough sentries for good scouting.
Yeah, Neeb is really good with stasis wards.
Yeah.
I always get trapped when he makes them.
Does that make him very good at stasis wards, or you bad at spotting them?
I mean, it's like a lot of scenarios. Like sometimes he flies into your main and he just makes a stasis ward and I don't see anything. Sometimes I walk into them when I'm being the aggressor.
Yeah.
I don't know, it only happens versus him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He also does the trick a lot where he'll put a stasis like 1 or 2 blinks away from your third base, and then he'll do like a blink stalker pressure that's relatively small. Then he'll pretend to blink back and I chase with my blink and 12 stalkers get stuck. This happened actually the other day while I was playing on Romanticide against him. I remember being very frustrated.
Yeah, that's a classic trick. Both players is going 4 gas. Not making any more gas than 4.
Okay, thoughts on that?
Yeah, really. I mean, I've seen a lot of Koreans lately. They go up to 6 gases or even 5. Like Sound, he always likes to go 5 gases
Mhm.
with Templar archives. And Sis goes 6 gas, and I also saw Harding go up to 6 gas, but none of the foreigners does that yet.
Yeah, we're a little bit slow in adapting to what Koreans do. But it feels like the Koreans also just kind of mess about that time, because the Koreans started with 3 gas, then we started copying that, then they went into 4 gas, and half a month later we start playing it. Now they're back to 6 gas. So, like, what do they really want? You also saw Zest played some double Robo Disruptor recently.
Yeah, he likes to do that on Blackburn and Romantic side, I think, on very turtle maps. So it looks like ShoWTimE is setting up for a push and all in, I would say. And he has to do something with this army.
Yeah. He's quite good with this stuff though. This map is tricky to defend when you have the fort. Before that it's pretty easy, but once you get the fort, it becomes rough. Stasis is gonna get blasted as well. If ShoWTimE has vision of that. ShoWTimE has very good vision in general of the map right now. Knows where his opponent's army is. So does Neeb though. Some nice revelations.
I think once Neeb gets 2 disruptors, he should be very fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of stalkers to blink forward. It's a very zealot heavy army. This ramp is scary though. Neeb really needs to be careful here.
Neeb is actually not getting a +3 or any upgrades at all right now. ShoWTimE is getting +1 shields.
I mean, it's not gonna matter too much once the disruptors are out. Actually, Neeb is kind of out of position right now. Really needs to be careful here. Doesn't have that many Archons, so it's important he's in position.
That's not true. I don't like this fight for Neeb. I don't understand why it doesn't back off.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. There's still a stasis in the back that could definitely help out. Perhaps a couple of zealots. Perhaps Neeb will try to micro down when there is a battery. There's also a battery in the middle, but kind of blocked by pylons and gateways. I think once he gets 2 more disruptor shots, Neeb is pretty much going to be fine. You have 1 more big zealot warp. Super battery can still be used though. Hasn't been used yet. I'm not quite sure why.
He doesn't know.
But this is pain.
Kill the prism, at least.
Yeah, but
maybe he can hold.
I feel like if the super battery was just used a lot earlier, this would have been fine if he sniped the prism like he just did. He had like 2 Archons still fighting. Disruptor's gonna get taken out. Disruptor count currently at 2. I think the game is kind of gonna reset if he hits 1 of these 2 shots. He kills a single zealot. Needs to be very careful. Stalkers are moving in as well. His cannon and battery will get depowered. I think Neeb might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Silly fight down the ramp there out of Neeb. Really thought he probably thought that he could take it. But it was rough. Good blink forward out of ShoWTimE. Super battery is now recharging. Still a disruptor shot here. Will get a lot done. 3-4 units go down. 2 Archons in the back.
PTs now. Looks like he is holding right now.
Still really close now.
Yeah,
every warp in that
I think Neeb could have handled that a lot better. Like there are a lot of situations where he mismicroed a bit. Especially on that final where I don't think he should have taken that. I think he should just poke and fall back immediately.
Yeah, I agree actually.
But if he can hold the next attack, ShoWTimE is going for, I think he's gonna be in a very good position. But first he has to hold.
So many zealots though. I feel like 1 warp in of stalkers wouldn't even be too bad, so you can blink forward or force something. I like that.
ShoWTimE, you mean?
Yeah, for ShoWTimE, like 12, 13 stalkers. Can at least bang 1 of these disruptors down. There's no immortals in Neeb's army either. Neeb is really It's kind of in the dark, eh? No real way to figure out where his opponent is. Now gets caught out of position. His battery at the fort is very far in front, so it's kind of scary for him to be out of position that far. Now there's 4 disruptors. Once again goes down the ramp to fight. Don't make the same mistake again, Neeb. Come back to kind of defending your ramp. I think ShoWTimE almost needs to start transitioning now, no? 4 disruptors is too much.
Yeah,
I don't see how he can
too.
break this.
But I don't think he want to play for the disruptors. I mean, he's getting... he's trying to get disruptors now, I think.
Still needs to be careful though, Neeb. Can't just move out on the map with this, because one good blink and one bad shot, and all of a sudden all these zealots will start hitting disruptor. It's not quite what you want. ShoWTimE, however, also needs to be careful that he doesn't give up too many positions. If he gives up a good position,
Yeah,
that's a little bit choky. Base trade?
He's also going for a DT1 right now. Neep.
Is there anything there? Single cannon, no battery. Let's see how fast ShoWTimE is. Fast enough?
Yeah, very fast reactions.
Yeah. Natural though, I don't think it's going to be as fast there. There's a big fight happening in the middle at the same time. Natural cannon is going to fall. There's no observer ready there. Fight in the middle also going in favor of Neeb. Big disruptor shots are hitting. 1, 2, 3. GG gets called. And ShoWTimE loses game number 2. Neeb ties up the series. The American takes home game number 2.
Very well played.
Very well played. All right, Max.
Wow, they got really a lot by APM. 400.
He's very fast.
Yeah, both of them. I can't get mine over 300.
But you're very precise. And you have a very good brain. And you're still young. ShoWTimE's been practicing for a long time. Well,
Yeah.
you were still Terran, so I think you'll be fine. All right. Thanks for joining me, MaxPax. I'll let you go to prepare for your match against Lambo.
Thank you. And enjoy your time casting.
Thank you. I'm sure I will. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here as well. Not that I enjoyed it that much, but thank you.
All right, see you, buddy. Bye-bye. Yeah, unbelievable. You guys, not that he enjoyed it that much. Alright, we get Drogo as the caster. This time around. Also exciting. Might enjoy himself a little bit more. Ready. It's very kind of MaxPax. It was very kind of MaxPax, alright? Much appreciated. He came on, even though he hated it. Ooh, specials here as well. Nice. Maybe we can get special later on. Hey, what's up, buddy? Oof.
Not gonna lie, I would have liked for MaxPax to cast more games. I'm not gonna just
He's great,
know
no?
when they're close.
He's big. Big.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And it was also... It reminds me of when I paid him for 1 hour to coach me. I had to like fight to get answers to my questions. For like a full hour. Like, hey MaxPax, what do you think I should do here? Like, should I make a stalker or an adept? Probably both. What do you do? I get a stalker.
He's great. It's funny because I feel like most, at least European tosses, and I think most Korean tosses think he's like a really solid like PvP player at least. I think in general he's pretty solid, but his PvP is so crazy. Like, I feel like all European tosses hate playing against him. And then when you talk with him, if you would just go off of what he says, it sounds like he's like some top 25 PvP player, you know, like it's his worst matchup. It's like, he's so sick. Like, you have entire conversations dedicated on how to beat MaxPax. He's just like, I don't know. What do you like to do? I'm like, I don't care what I like to do. I want to play more like you, buddy.
Yeah, true.
Oh wait,
True,
I need to
true.
update the score actually. Alright, I can't be bothered to do introductions. Everyone knows who we're seeing. Romanticide this time around. And no one is proxying anything. At least
Lame.
not yet. Yeah, that's pretty lame. I kind of go up and down with the proxying, you know? There are days where I wake up and I'm like, today's gonna be the day where not a single second pylon is gonna be in my main base. But then other days you just feel like the guy's like, alright, let's just put the second pylon in my main, you know? Third pylon on the low ground and play some solid StarCraft 2.
I remember the one morning when you woke up and you messaged me like, dude, like proxy Oracle is actually the single best build that StarCraft has ever seen. You are always ahead, no matter what happens. Like, okay, buddy.
Okay, I still believe that. Except, okay, there's some scenarios where you straight up die, but Proxy Oracle is completely busted. It makes no sense how strong it is. I can say that with full confidence as well. We've been seeing a lot of Sentry Stalker stuff recently, not just out of ShoWTimE. My man Zaun is a big fan of it as well.
Yeah, Stalker Sentry is good.
Yeah, it's really not bad.
Like, to be honest, when I started playing a lot again, I went Stalker into Sentry purely because ShoWTimE was doing it, but I didn't really get why I was doing that. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna start question. Neeb was mining more gas in the opening, so unsurprisingly, he's going for Stargates.
Yeah.
But 2 Stalker Stargates is not. It's not as cool as if you're proxying the Stargates.
It's way worse than proxying the Stargate. It's actually inferior. It's an inferior build. Yeah. And also, I actually prefer ShoWTimE's position here because he gets the scout. So while Neeb is kind of left in the dark for a very long time, ShoWTimE knows 100% what's going to be happening. So he can decide completely what to do from here. Technically, he could even go Phoenix, which I don't like, but it is possible.
Phoenix is no bueno.
Yeah, I think it's no bueno either, but maybe Rotti is watching. So, you know?
This is like more like Goblin style, you know, 2 Stalker, a battery, and Stargate units. That's like what these guys would do. So, I personally don't like it. Like if I was in ShoWTimE position, but I was playing Twilight Forge, I think I would like really like my position. But it's kind of gonna be a mirror match, and like Neeb is really respecting the fact that it could be Oracle. Like, I thought he had a battery in the main base, but actually no. So, never mind then. Oh, he's going Robo. Oh, I know what he's doing.
Is he playing Robo Stargate Void Ray? Immortal?
I think, unless the game plan is different against Oracle, I think he's gonna get an extremely fast third. And when he was doing this off one gate expand, it felt incredibly strong. Off 2 gates, when you're gonna lose a bunch of probes to the Oracle, I don't think it's gonna be as hot, but who knows?
Yeah, he's gonna lose a crap ton of workers here. 4 going down. I think he's gonna just lose 6, 7. Oh yeah. Ay.
Yeah,
This is another reason why Proxy Oracle is so good, because you just arrive 30 seconds earlier. You scout with your Oracle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know it's very, very awkward for Neeb because, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, he's putting all 16 back on minerals and barely mining any gas. Like, he really wants to follow the plan of getting a third and some immortals.
Yeah, I like it. I like that plan personally.
I think in this situation, you cannot abuse the meta game of people only getting 1 Oracle, because if ShoWTimE was getting 2 Oracle, it would be GG.
Yeah,
I really think like you see that third base and you're like, okay, buddy, I'm gonna bully you for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can't actually defend anything. Like, your blink is so late. You're gonna need like 3 stalkers in every base, and if 2 adepts end up going somewhere, like, the game just basically ends.
The game just ends. And you don't have blink forever, so like you can attack the third base, and if the guy like he comes to defend the third base, and you blink in his main base, and it's like, what can you do? You can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's such a niche situation that never happens that we kind of forget about it, but it would be instantly GG. But it's not happening. Both players have similar probe counts. And one dude is, does he have any, did he make an immortal? Oh, he completely skipped immortal. I think that's a bit greedy, but you have to cut some corners if you want to come back in this game as Neeb, so that's understandable.
Yeah, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
True.
And Neeb is hungry, so he's definitely risking it right now. Moving towards his 3rd base, and I think he kind of equalized this out nicely after, well, what could be considered a god-awful start, losing 6 workers in an Oracle mirror. That, you know, that sometimes compared to a death sentence. But Neeb kind of, I don't know, he maneuvered himself out of this in a very elegant way, Drogo.
I think it's kind of easy when all you're doing is making probes, because like then the disadvantage is not as How to say? Like you're gonna have a few less units, a few less gates. Like everything's a bit later, but the probe count is equal. But technically, yes. Now it's ShoWTimE's job to like use his advantage in a not as obvious manner. Like you have to exploit the timing or something like that. It's not as easy as just having more walkers and winning the game by default.
Yeah. You also have the he has the faster +1, right? He's gonna have fast +2. He's getting a really freaking fast fort base as well. I like that. This feels really fast.
I like it as well.
What is it of? It's of 7. It's still of 8 gate. He's gonna go up to 9. Oh, is he playing the 3 gas? No, this is a 4 gas. He's gonna just stay on 63, 64 workers. Go off 10 gates and just go absolutely ham with +2. It's actually difficult for Neeb to defend, I think.
Yeah, I think Neeb's completely dead if you were to ask my honest opinion. But I'm always so surprised that ShoWTimE plays this on very, very little probe count. Because what happens is that when your 4th base is done, you don't actually have any probes on it. Which is kind of hilarious. And I honestly, I can never resist the temptation of making a few more probes just so like, I have a few buggers on it. But it does mean you have more zealots, which sometimes matters in this very tight scenario. There were 2 stasis right next to each other, one ShoWTimE, one Neeb. That was kind of funny. On the Neeb 4th base.
I was watching it. The Stalker is blocking just barely, isn't it?
Oh, okay. ShoWTimE made 3 more probes. Oh, weak. Not committing fully to the low probe playstyle.
Yeah, even got a battery as well. I don't think there's a world where I make a battery at my fort.
I do feel like that this warp prism. Do we have a warp prism for ShoWTimE? That's incredibly confusing to me. No way in hell am I not making a warp prism here. I'm trying to prevent the 4th base. It's like the easiest thing you can prevent if you have an advantage in PvP.
Yeah. He's also going up to, what is this, 6 gas now? Wow. He's in it for the long haul. And there's actually gonna, if he decides to move out now, which he isn't because there's no prism, there's gonna be DTs potentially as well. Is Neeb aware of the pylon on the bottom side? He's not. You always want to scout where the pylons are. Neeb is gonna move out. That is a brave move. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah, well, it's just Neeb, like, pretty much when you open, like, for the fast start thing, you usually have a lot of minerals, and you can really abuse player, like, going Charged Archon if you have, like, more Stalker than they would expect, you know, like the critical mass. Suddenly you don't lose anything. That's a big stasis. We are blinking away. ShoWTimE only has 1 immortal. He could have made more, but it's hard to expect your opponent just making all of his stalkers so suddenly. Like as a surprise strategy, this is very, very good because all you see is a bunch of gateways.
On 83 workers.
Yeah. 83 workers. That is a lot of workers. ShoWTimE could be a danger? Question mark.
Question mark! Exclamation mark. Single immortal is not helping him too much. He's gonna throw down another stasis. Has 2 batteries. 3rd battery is coming up.
Why do you think? Okay, we need to keep attacking this position. I would want to move more like north of the Nexus, but I guess here he can really abuse like blinking away. No, he's moving. I don't understand.
I feel like his army isn't big enough anymore to fight in open space right now, right? Is it? I mean, he's down an upgrade as well.
Because like Neeb is really trying to abuse the fact he has more Stalker by taking cost-efficient fight, but like ShoWTimE is mining a lot with his 83 walkers. But I guess now he's 77 against 83, so Neeb is just gonna be happy to have like I've traded well and he's going home now. Huh, that's crazy. I would never play like that in my life. I would want.
And he's
to
getting
right
this.
Now.
Yeah, he's getting disruptors. He's getting DT blink.
Oh my god, they're gonna play a late game. That's crazy. The people love it. They love the late games. The players, they don't.
Except for me.
Except for you. You're like the
people love it.
The one annoying kid in the classroom, you know?
Yeah.
Teacher,
don't we have homework?
Don't we have homework?
What can I say? I'm the people's champion, Drogo, so it only makes sense that I like disruptors. There's a Shadow Stride done, and ShoWTimE actually is looking to fight a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is gonna be too hot though. It's always rough to engage into these positions.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's the only way I win games, and also I feel like it's the best way to throw a game. It's kind of like I have a big cognitive dissonance here. Like when I'm the receiving end of an attack, it's like don't they know it's the best way to throw a game, and when I'm going to do it, it's like it's the only way I can win. I can think these 2 things simultaneously. Always has 1 Phoenix to leave the disruptors. It's like anything to super battery. I don't know about that, but it's pure Stalker from Neeb, so these charges should do a lot of damage.
Oh, Disruptors from the balcony, taking out a couple of the Archons, but the Zealots are getting a lot of damage in. Supplies relatively close. DT's in the natural of ShoWTimE, going pretty ham as well at the same time. ShoWTimE finds time to respond. 2 Disruptors die for free. ShoWTimE supply is still pretty high, and with the next warp in, if that is on the other side of the map, I think Neeb is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, like we're fighting. This DT is thanks God they're here because ShoWTimE would be in an incredibly winning position. Can Neeb produce enough units to hold this fourth base? I don't know, especially when you can only make Stalkers against Charlottes. We have a decent amount of unit now. I'm pretty sure the ShoWTimE warped at home, but the Prism is still here. It's starting to be a little bit too overwhelming. How many games do we have from Neeb? We have 10. It's GG.
Wow. What a
game.
video game, Drogo. What a game of StarCraft 2. You hate to see it if you're an American StarCraft enjoyer. But for all the Europeans out there, gonna be celebrating another win for Demauer. Puts himself onto match point and is in a great position to get eliminated out of the tournament.
Woke up this morning, and as I usually do, I immediately tune into Lilbo's stream.
Oh.
And he hates playing 1 gate expand. Even on Dark side, he's gonna play 2 gates.
Yeah,
And
he plays
then-
really bad all-ins on that map.
Yeah, he just plays 2 gate because
God.
he just hates playing 1 gate, so he plays 2 gates. And then he plays 2 gates and he scout after his 2nd gate or something, and he just goes see what's up. And you know what he plays against?
No.
Naniwa, also playing 2 gates, and he just starts laughing. like we're 2 idiots that don't want to play the best build on the map because we're just stupid. I know this game makes no sense.
Yeah. And for them it makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Alright. Enough with the jokes here, Drogo. Bottom left,
Oh,
we have Neeblet.
Sorry.
Top
yes.
right, we have ShoWTimE. It's
That's
2-1.
true.
We're on Oxide. It's going to be 1 gate versus 1 gate, as both of these players have a lot of respect for the meta game. And what is
What
best, theoretically powerful.
Mhm.
Perhaps the best American Protoss ever? Question mark,
Ever.
exclamation mark. And ShoWTimE, the best
do-
German Protoss behind Hazuops? Question mark.
Behind Azurops, and I see you guys in the chat getting excited. As a reminder, Uck was Canadian. I know otherwise wouldn't be very close, but Uck was Canadian, not American.
That's a fact. Some people
Big
perhaps were thinking of Select's off-race as the best American Protoss, but I can indeed confirm that Neeb is better.
Okay. Okay. We have a lot of probes in gas. Yeah. When I was asking MaxPax how many probes I should put in gas, he was telling me the magic number. I mean, not in gas, in mineral, you know, because you put more in gas. And the magic number on probes and mineral was 15. So even since I've learned that fact from MaxPax himself, I've started to judge everybody I would say on the ladder going either 16 or 14. Very hard.
I just saw
thinking in my head.
17 out of 16 on Neeb. So this game is already over. No shot. Absolutely no shot. ShoWTimE actually tried rallying his Zealot across the map, then decides to return home. Ooh, straight Stargate out of Neeblet. Straight Stargate out of ShoWTimE. Now this is the highest skill era in StarCraft 2. Phoenix against Phoenix, Oracle against Oracle. What are we gonna see here from these 2 legendary StarCraft 2 players?
We have Neeb chrono boosting an adept, and we have ShoWTimE not chrono boosting his adept, and even getting it pretty late. The worker count is slightly in favor of ShoWTimE, because I was wondering what he was doing with his money. And he gets us slightly at the Nexus. Very interesting. In general, I do feel like the player that gets this cut with the adept is in a better position, but ShoWTimE, very smartly, is just gonna poke with a probe, because he knows the adept will probably move out, and he's gonna see what pops out of his Stargate. Amazing.
And what do you do in this case? Do you
I don't know, mate. I don't have a clue what you do in this situation. 1 gate is 1 gate is too confusing for me.
Phoenix Oracle. Now this is an exciting matchup. The reason this is an exciting matchup is because it is asymmetrical. Oh, surround with the probes. Get out of here. Europe holds once again. 2 workers go down. Adept goes down.
Honestly, for 2 workers, I'm pretty happy. If I'm Neeb.
America once again does damage to the cocky Europeans. Unbelievable. That's pathetic. Have you ever played co-op?
Go up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played loads of co-op.
Okay, you know the Salamander map with Donny Vermillion, the news guy? His commentary is exactly like that. It's like, are these commanders not gonna do anything about this dangerous salamander?
Yes, when you play on the lava map, that's right.
And then when you kill the salamander, he goes, they took out the salamander, but how dangerous was he really? It's such a good parody of like the American news networks. I just love it. It's actually so good. It's ridiculous.
By the way, guys, if you listened to Harstem commentary earlier, he always commented on the ShoWTimE Vision, how good he was with it. Look at ShoWTimE Vision right now. Like, no Oracle is getting past him. I can tell you that much.
Imagine Oracle going to the left side where there's nothing there. Oh, Neeb saw it. Neeb saw it. I think Neeb saw the Phoenix. He noticed the position and he moved away. No, he didn't.
And now he's moving back in again.
He's a genius.
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hello?
Hello, are you even in the game?
No, he's
I'm
not.
watching through the stream.
You'd love to see it.
I heard you guys needed a PvP expert.
We definitely... Oh, some Phoenixes. Actually, ShoWTimE built a lot of Phoenixes. He's gonna be able to fight these Stalkers. This is kind of scary.
Honestly, ShoWTimE is doing his best MaxPax impersonation right now, because this looks like a MaxPax gameplay right here. Making a ton of Phoenixes, and Neeb doesn't even have a battery in the wall, so this is a rough situation. I don't even think he has that much production. He has 2 gateways. I think that's just game over. Like, maybe with Hold losing a ton of probes, but that's just a terrible situation.
The problem here is that there's not a lot going on the back of this for ShoWTimE. So he's gonna kill a couple of workers, but he also loses, what was it, 2 Phoenixes? 2 Phoenixes? Like, how bad was this really for Neeb? Right now he's gonna get Blink. Okay, it's not great. I'm gonna... third base is always almost done, actually.
Yeah, I thought that at the same time my third base was going on. If a third base was here, it would be very amazing. The only thing Neeb needs to do is have a little voice in his head that's like, build a cannon in your natural on a unit in hold position. And I think he might do it once he sees that there's no third base, or if he sees it with the Oracle, which, you know, is always a good way to know that DTs are on the way.
Yeah, he's not gonna get the recall off on this, but he scouts the Darkshine and kills like 5-6 workers. Not too bad, not too shabby.
Not too bad. I know if you're Neeb, that's really confusing, because you see the lack of third base, and suddenly your position is not that bad. But it's always tricky. I feel like... Okay, I was gonna talk about overwhelming number of Phoenixes, but it's only 4. So it's not even that much, like, to punish someone just leaving this base entirely. So yeah, you're right. I actually think Neeb is not in that bad of a position.
Me,
Special?
you're gonna get charged all in with a bunch of Archons and A-move.
Neeb is gonna get A moved by Archons and Charcoals.
Yes.
Is that the prediction for now?
Yes.
I mean, the problem is just that he can't really easily move anywhere. There's 2 DTs being warped in on the right side. Yeah, but moving on the map, I mean, he doesn't have Blink, he can't really chase. He might even be in trouble against these Blink Stalker attacks. These DTs, however.
DT in the third base, the ops is not there yet, so that's gonna kill maybe 3 walkers, and then he's gonna pull the probes away from this base.
Yeah, that's
obviously that's annoying. Honestly, I don't even like this all-in too much, purely because I feel like with 1 battery on pure Blink Stalker usually does just fine against Charged Archon. Especially when the Archon is as expensive as DT Archon. But that DT movement though... Whew.
Oh yeah, this is some... some like European movement here. Yeah, American was not quite ready for this. He's gonna take a crap ton of damage against this DT as well. How many kills? 4 kills. Gonna get 5. Ay. And now we get a free move out as well here for ShoWTimE, which is pain. If you are a Neeb supporter. There's no battery on the third base either for Neeb. Neeb's still equal in worker count, by the way. And also his upgrade is slightly faster. So even though all of this sucks, if he has a battery, which he doesn't, it might be okay.
He doesn't have a battery, and he's moving out, and he's supply block. Oh no, that's just so unfortunate for Neeb. That's gonna find himself maybe in a base fight situation. ShoWTimE is not attacking right now. He's taking a little bit of...
I was right, guys.
Yeah. You knew.
You knew.
Oh, the supply block is massive, and it's gonna keep happening as he kills the third base on the Nexus. But Neeb on the other side with his Blink Stalkers, I'm not sure who's gonna come out of top of the situation.
I think I know who's gonna come out of top, and I don't think it's gonna be Neeb. as there's no real defensive DTs or anything like that. Blink Stalkers are not even moving into the main base yet. He's actually gonna snipe Nexi. Did he escape with any probes? No, not yet. What is the play here for Neeb? Just right-clicking Nexi. ShoWTimE manages to escape with a lot of workers. ShoWTimE has a lot of money in the bank. He has a bigger army. He has a better army. What is there really for Neeb here? What is his win condition?
I don't know, you have more Blink Stalkers, so then you're gonna have fun, but ShoWTimE, running away with the probes, is going to be able to build an Nexus in the natural. And with the high ground, you should be able to defend it no problem, so... I am the same as you, I don't really understand what Neeb needs to move back with his Blink Stalkers, but... It's only 50 supply, it's pure Stalker, but he's gonna need some god micro to get out of this one.
No Immortals though. Phoenixes might actually play a bit of a vital role. If you have a very big Stalker count like this, and you can abuse the lack of mobility of your opponent, sometimes you can do something. Sometimes you can make something happen. And let's be real, ShoWTime's not going to be able to produce anything. I love this blink up top.
Oh, that's sick. We have batteries built, but this is a much better position to abuse some stuff with some Blink Stalkers.
Yep.
Much better.
I even think that ShoWTimE maybe should give up this position.
Yeah.
Just cancel the Nexus, go somewhere else.
Yeah, you cancel the Nexus and go back to your own base and build the Nexus here again.
Yeah, there's still a battery in the natural as well. I mean, he could do it.
I think he wins easily, man.
Yeah, it's probably
ShoWTimE.
gonna be fine, but he really needs to be careful. He has nothing to catch this. Still has 4 Phoenixes, which will help. Yeah, he's just gonna give it up. He's gonna move back home. He's building a Nexus in the natural. Yep. He made the same judgment here. I think it's the correct one.
Yeah, oh no, that gets really rough. Because even if Neeb blinks again in the main base here, I don't think... First, I don't know if ShoWTimE is gonna let him do that. And then we have a cannon with a battery. We still have production available. We still need a couple of pylons, but... It's gonna be very hard for Neeb. I still do feel like he should try to blink to the main base again.
Captain, do we have a Dark Shrine alive?
Dark Shrine on the side of ShoWTimE, but there is
we
still
do,
2
yeah.
observers. Perhaps if he snipes with the Phoenixes, the observers, he can do something, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, do the thought. You know?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind an Immortal here either. Neeb's doing a good job. Still needs to be careful. It's so hard without Immortals, or without Blink, or without anything. He needs to get lifts with these Phoenixes. Trades so far have been good for Neeb though.
Yeah, ShoWTimE
really-
doesn't want to go.
He needs to make an observer, man, as soon as he can.
Try to snipe for the observers.
Yeah, so he can put in whole position like he did, and he can kill it. He gets no vision
Yeah.
on the high ground.
Oh! One.
Killing
That was a
a
good blink.
Phoenix. Two
That's a-
Phoenix. We're gonna lose maybe 2 Stalker for it, but we're gonna kite some Zealots. He's starting an Immortal in production, but he's a bit supply blocked, but not that much. Like, as soon as ShoWTimE loses some more unit, the Immortal is gonna pop. And honestly, these trades are not that bad for ShoWTimE, because he can just catch 2 Stalker every time.
Yeah. That's your brain. Zealots are running low right now though, so Super Battery is going to be needed very soon. Super Battery not being activated. He doesn't have energy for it. Instead used it on Chrono Boost. Once this Immortal is out though, I don't really see,
GG.
Neeb realizes. GG gets called. Neeb advances on into the semi-finals as ShoWTimE drops out of the tournament with a 3-1 victory. Takes home $200 as well.